Hello.
Hello, how are
Hi.
you?
I'm well, thank you. And how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Great.
Are you hearing me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you just fine. And you
Okay.
hear me all right?
Yes, I can hear you all right. Okay.
Good. My name's Betty. I live in Pennsylvania in the United States. Are you Eliezer? Is that your name?
Yes, my name is
Oh.
Eliezer Sarmento dos Santos. I live
Mhm.
in Brazil. In
Okay.
Brazil, and
Great.
the name of my city is Campinas.
Campinas. Okay.
Yes, because the location is of Campinas is from the north of São Paulo states.
Okay.
São Paulo states. Okay, and for I think it's this the third weekend here on Cambly. So
Yeah,
I'm
welcome. Welcome to Cambly.
I'm in the beginning, just
Uh,
for try to improve a little because trying to improve a little my English and
well, let me just correct one thing that you said.
okay,
Um, in
go
the
ahead.
word north, um, so you pronounce it with the th, north.
North,
Yes, thank you. That's perfect.
north. The
Perfect.
location is north of
Right.
São Paulo states.
Yeah.
All right.
So in Brazil, people often tend to, when there's an ending th, to turn it into an f and say north
Yes,
or with.
north,
It's north.
north. Okay.
So you should know that in America, I don't know about other English speaking countries, but children, when they're first learning to talk, do that. They put the F there. So they say
All
north
right.
with. Also, some inner city um, people that are not very well educated in some, in inner city neighborhoods also will talk that way. So it's a small thing, but it's probably something worth correcting.
Okay. Okay.
All
So
right. So,
that is a problem that you have. That's my children. Um, uh, so even in United States, you have this problem of the pronunciation of the
well,
keys.
sure. Children, I mean, when children are first learning their language, they
Mm-hmm.
don't say it, they don't say everything correctly. So the
Mm-hmm.
TH to F is pretty much common. That's the usual way that the 2 or 3 year old, even up to maybe age 5, will say it.
All right, I understand. I understand. And are you a tutor here on Cambly? Do you have some approach to advise for us
Hmm.
students?
Well, yeah, generally, I base it on each person. I don't have like a formal thing
Mm-hmm.
that I follow. I have many different tools that I use, and it all depends on the person and their interests and where their level is. So your level's pretty good. Where did you learn your English?
Oh, I just learned for myself. I uh, usually I try to read some books
Hmm.
and see some movies in only in English.
Hmm.
Sometimes with English on subtitles in English,
Hmm.
and
With.
with things.
Hmm.
So it's for me it's important to improve my English for my work.
Mm.
I'm IT. I'm a system
Okay.
analyst,
Analysis. Analyst.
I never know how to how to
That's
pronounce that.
correct. You corrected yourself. That's
All
right.
right,
Analyst. Hmm.
analyst. And
Hmm.
for me, it's very important to to open the market for the opportunities for me, and
Hmm.
for life too, to travel to
Hmm.
know another cultures. Né? That's, so for me, it's important, and I try. It's difficult.
Hmm.
It's,
Hmm.
it's, it's
It's
completely
hard to fit
difficult.
that. It's hard to fit that in. With working and family life and everything. It's hard to fit this kind of thing in.
Yes, yes. I try to conciliate. I don't know how if this
Concentrate.
concentrate. I concentrate, but I have to. Uh, but I have to. I have a family. Okay, I have a
Sure.
family. I during the day I have to work.
Right.
When I arrive at home, I have to play with my kids, talk with
Sure.
my wife. It's a lot of thing to do. So
Right.
uh, when I have some leisurely times, I have to study. I try to study
Hmm.
and but I try usually to put the English in my routine.
Mm. Okay.
So so when I have lunch, I try in the same time to read some books or some
Mm.
videos on
Hmm.
YouTube in English.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's it. I think is this helps. It's gonna work.
Right.
It's working
So,
for me. Yeah.
so there's some good free online resources that I've used with clients on here, and one of them that might interest you. Um, so sometimes we read together and then discuss it.
Okay.
Um, but I'm going to give you a link
All
and
right.
see what you think. The thing that I like about this particular site is that it has, here we go. It has very short articles,
Okay.
and you can read the transcript of the article, but also it has the audio. And
All
so
right.
you can listen, and you can listen at three different speeds: fast, medium, normal, and slow. And I think the combination of, being able to hear it really fast and see how much did you get, and then look at the transcript, and I think that's super helpful. And the
All
other
right.
thing is that reading, I usually have people read depending on their level, but read it slow, or read it the way that it's comfortable, and then read it faster and faster, just so they get used to the syntax. And because you've probably found out that by reading, you really learn a lot of um, vocabulary, and you learn a lot of expressions. So let's see if there's one that looks interesting to you. These are various articles.
Oh,
Do
it's
you
very
see one
nice.
that looks good?
Yes, yes. The article, the number 377, and there's a lot of word that I have no idea what this means. So,
Wartime
wartime,
sweethearts.
wartime. Yeah, sweetheart, sweetheart. I think it's just like a dear friend, dear.
Well, if you call someone sweetheart, yes. Like I always call my grandchildren sweetheart,
All right,
right? Or other young people that feel like they're my kids. But in this case,
reunited,
this is
reunited.
sweethearts. It means lovers. It means people
Lovers.
that loved each other at some point. So anytime that people are boyfriend and girlfriend, husband and wife, it can be called sweethearts, meaning
All
there's two of
right.
them.
At the wartime. I don't
Yeah,
know what
so
this
these
means.
are people, and it says reunited after 75 years. It means that these people were in love probably during World War II,
All
because they're
right.
75 years
Oh,
ago.
okay.
So
The
so
war.
they
The
are
war.
they're
All
now in
right.
their late 80s. I would say they're in their late 80s now, probably early 90s.
Okay.
So they were sweethearts during the war, uh, which ended in 1945. So it was a long time ago, 75 years ago. Um, and reunited, it means they were brought back together.
All
Uh,
right.
you know what unite means, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Unite me.
Unite means to bring together.
Yes.
Reunite means to bring together again.
Bring together again. Okay.
Bring together something that was together, got separated. Now you bring it back together.
All right. All right. 75 years later. Later.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
During the Second World War, U.S. soldiers Katie Robbins was sent overseas. Overseas, I don't know.
Overseas, it
Was
means abroad. Abroad.
broad.
Overseas. And they so on this site also they do have a lot of information on the vocabulary, but I'm gonna write this one because I don't know if they tell you this. It means going to someplace else in the world. And of
Okay.
course, I mean, that can be anywhere. I mean, if you're in England, they say they use overseas. If you're in Australia, they use overseas.
Okay.
But you can imagine that in America, overseas, it means across the ocean. But
Okay.
it could also mean not across the ocean. It could mean to Brazil, which is not really across the ocean.
Okay. He was ready to fight, but fell head over heels in love instead.
Instead,
Oh my God.
instead,
Instead. Instead.
head over heels. So
And over heels. Head over heels.
head over heels is an idiom meaning completely, or it means like you're turned upside down. You know, you're like flipped around. Uh, and it usually it refers it often refers to love. So it could be like when your child was born. Of course, you were in love with your wife head over heels too, but when your child was born, you can probably relate that you are just so like overwhelmed with this very strong feeling of love for this baby. You
Okay.
know, this new baby that you're head over heels,
Okay.
head over heels for that baby.
Mm-hmm. Stationed in France, the the 45 years old lady eyes on Janine
Gun,
Gagné.
Gagne.
Gagné. It was love at first sight. All right. 2 months passed happily. Oh, I have to open the articles here. 1 minute, please.
Mm-hmm.
2 months passed. 2 months. 2 months passed happily,
Past.
but soon
2 months
passed.
past.
Passed.
No, past.
Passed happily. Passed. Passed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
Happily.
that word, the ed on the end of words, usually you don't pronounce it as a separate syllable, and it sounds the same as past, which is a different word, but they're pronounced the same.
Tá. Okay. Uh, but soon, Robbins received his orders to ship out to the Eastern Front. All right. Okay. So he fall in love for these girls, but he had to ship out to go out.
Mm-hmm.
So they
This is
separate.
when he was in France. So he went from the
Okay.
United States to France. He was stationed in France. That means his military assignment was France.
Mm-hmm.
And he saw, laid eyes on means to see something. Okay.
All
Laid
right.
eyes, laid eyes on means to see.
The eyes on me to see. Okay.
So he
Oh,
saw her, he fell in love with her at first sight,
okay.
and they liked each other for 2 months.
Um,
And then he was shipped out to the Eastern Front. He was sent to the Eastern Front to fight against Germany.
yes. Okay. Oh, next. The two lovebirds were inconsolable. Robbins hoped for a reunion after the
Hoped,
war.
hoped.
hoped.
Hmm.
Robbins hoped for a reunion after the war. Okay, circumstances dictated otherwise. Robbins had to return to America. He ended up meeting and marrying a woman named Lillian, another woman. Okay, Janina also married and gave birth to five children. Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness!
That's the baby boom years.
And yes, that's why she's French. Okay, she's French.
She's French. Yeah.
Li- uh, life rule it on. I
Rolled,
think it. Go ahead,
rolled, rolled.
roll it,
No,
rolled on.
rolled. Yeah. Just like it's the past tense for rolled, and it sounds like this. So it
Okay,
rhymes with told, rolled, told, fold. So even though it's ed, it's pronounced
okay,
rolled. Uh, yeah.
rolled.
Yeah. So do you have a question on that?
Rolled on. In this situation, rolled on. I think this means um, the life continues. The life
Right.
continuing.
That's right. That's right. That's
All
correct.
right,
Hmm.
but
Often in
okay,
English, they say
but
roll on,
but
roll on. Hmm.
roll on, roll on. Okay,
Hmm.
but Robbins never forgot his French lover. Oh my gosh! For decades, he held onto a black and white photo on her taken in the village of Brie,
Probably Brie.
where they met.
Hmm.
Brie, where they met. For decades, he held onto. Okay, so he keep on your on photo in black and white of her. All right. Taken in the village of Brie, where they met. Okay, where they met each other.
Hmm.
Fast forward half a century, 50 years.
Hmm.
19 years old. 19 years old Robin. Very
97.
old man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
gosh.
Robbins. Found himself in France. Found himself in France for 70. One, two,
Fifth.
first. Oh my God,
75th.
it's difficult.
75th.
75th
Yeah.
anniversary of D-Day. Okay, this is D-Day is an important day about the Second War. I think.
Have you heard of D-Day? It's one of the biggest.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes,
one of the biggest days in
yes.
World
It's a
War
big
II.
important.
But it was before I
Yes,
was born
yes.
and before long before you were born. So it's kind of. But you know, they've just now had because this 75th anniversary. They just had a big. They always have a big anniversary over there in France because that's where it took place, and uh, a lot of people go there for it. And they just had this really big thing, and a lot of the news in the world, worldwide news over it.
So you celebrate on the United States this day?
No,
No,
no, but it's always
but in
mentioned.
but
It's
in
always
but
mentioned in the
I
news.
think okay, but in France they do. I think so.
I think in France they do. I
Uh,
agree.
yes. He showed a French journalist the photo and said he would like to visit the village again. All right, to remember.
Hmm.
He didn't believe. He didn't believe Giannini would still be alive because it's a lot of time, 50,
Yeah,
50
well, he's
years
97. She's probably
later.
in her 90s also.
Yes, yes. But it's very the probability it's great. It's big because the I think the woman. lives more than woman than man. So
Yeah, but they still don't usually there's no life expectancy in the 90s anywhere. So it would be surprising if somebody
yes, yes, yes. Yet he wanted to take a wander down memory lane for old time's sake. I didn't understand. I didn't
Okay.
understand what it's.
Okay, he wanted to
Yet
take a
he wanted
wander.
to take
Yeah, a wander.
wander a desire to
No, no, wander. No,
wander.
wander means to um uh like to walk along without any um destination, right? So sometimes you might,
Uh,
like, if you're in the woods, if you're in the forest, you might just walk around. You don't have a path
all
that you're
right.
following or a specific place to be.
Okay.
You're just kind of, kids wander. If you take kids outside, they're just kind of walking here, walking there. They don't have any place they're going. They just wander around. So when we say a wander,
He wants to visit. He,
yeah,
he wants to visit the
when we
villages
say somebody wants
and
to go out and
and
wander memory
walk
lane,
around.
yeah, he wanted to walk around.
Yes.
When we say take a trip down memory lane, sometimes we say take a trip down memory lane. It means uh,
Okay.
think about the memories. It might be using
All
photographs,
right. All right.
talking to people, or it might be walking through a town you used to live in, anything like that.
All right.
Maybe if you went back to your old
And down memory
school.
lane for old time's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's interesting because the some words in is in highlight. I don't know. It's highlight in
Mm-hmm.
Portuguese. We say
Mm-hmm.
negrito, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Yes,
if
it's
you actually hover, if you hover over these and you click on them, they will give you like, this is giving the
okay.
Portuguese motive. Okay.
All right, very nice,
Hmm.
very nice.
Hmm.
Old time's sake, old time's sake. Sake is love,
Old
just
times,
like love.
no, old times sake means just for the sake of his memory, his nostalgia. It's kind of like to honor the
Nostalgia,
past. It's
nostalgia.
kind of
Okay,
like to honor the past.
all right. Okay, let's go. The journalist managed to track
Managed,
down Janine
managed,
in
managed.
managed. The journalist managed to track down Janine in a retirement home not far from the village. The journalist managed to track down Janine. All righty. In a
Track
retirement.
down is to find.
All right. Yeah, to find,
Track
to
down
find,
means
track
to
down.
find. Hmm.
All right, Janine, in a retirement home. So it's very old too. So she lives in a
Right,
retirement home, not
right.
far from the village. All right.
Hmm.
He told a shocked Robbins. He
Shocked.
told a shell shocked Robbins.
Hmm.
She's alive. She's waiting for you. All right.
Shell shocked. It
Upon
was a term for somebody that was in a war and that heard so much gunfire or um blasts from bombs that they are like very nervous. That's called shell shocked.
all right.
They're in shock. But we also, of course, obviously, most people never experience that. So we use that to mean very, very surprised. Surprised that you'd be going like,
Yes. Yes. Shell
what?
shocked. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
shocked. You could just say shocked as well, or surprised.
Yes. Um, upon their reunion,
Hmm.
the two widowers embraced.
Embraced.
Upon their reunion, two widowers. Widowers is what both partners was died in this moment.
Yes. Yes. That's right.
All right, and embrace it. Just embrace it.
No, embraced.
Embraced.
Hmm. Hugged.
All right, hugged each other.
Hmm.
Okay. They gazed
Gazed.
it. Oh my god.
Gazed.
Gazed. They gazed it. It's a new word for me. I never heard this word before.
It means
They
look.
gaze it. It's just
You
like
don't.
look. All right.
Yeah, you don't pronounce it. It's not gazed. It's gazed.
Gazed. Gazed.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. They gazed into each other eyes for the first time in 75 years. It was a look of undistinguished
Undisguised.
and
Un-
disguised
undisguised.
joy.
Mm-hmm.
And disguised joy. Interesting. Okay. Robin said, I always love you. You never got out of my heart.
Now I would just want you to say that word loved. I always
I
loved.
always loved you.
Yeah, because it's
Loved
past
you.
tense, and the way that you say loved, you're not going to make a mistake on that, right? You didn't say loved, right?
Love
You
it.
know that it's
You didn't say
loved.
love it. Loved.
Yeah. So
Loved.
remember that almost all of the words that end like that are going to be the same way. They're not going to be like gazed. It's not gazed. It's gazed, loved. Okay.
Gazed.
Most of the words are going to be
Loved.
like
All
that.
right.
Mhm. Okay.
Based. Based. Based.
Mhm. Mhm.
Where I was, it was looking. Then Robin said, "I always loved you. You never got out of my heart." The couple,
Vowed.
oh my God,
Vowed.
vowed to
Hmm.
meet, vowed to meet again. Okay, the
A vow is a
couple vowed
promise.
to meet again. All right, it's a promise. No?
So it can
The
be
couple
a verb or
vowed.
a noun.
Okay, they may not have had much time left, but they were determined to
Determined.
make the most determined of.
Mhm.
Sorry, can you
Determined.
repeat, please?
Determined.
Determined,
Hmm.
determined to make the most of it.
Yeah, you actually said it right the first time, and then you corrected yourself and said it wrong.
I try. I try to listen very carefully to and then to try to repeat. Um, Old age is inevitable.
Inevitable. Hmm.
At this setting of the sun, in the twilight
Twilight. Twilight.
of their life, twilight in the twilight of their lives,
Lives.
lives
No,
of
it's
their
lives.
lives.
Hmm.
All right, in the twilight of their lives, some people reflect on a life well lived.
Well lived.
Oh my God, life
So
is a live. It's
I know. So the noun is a long I sound. So life, lives, the plural. Okay. But live, I live
okay.
in Pennsylvania. You live in Brazil. The life is well lived.
All right.
You live your life. You live your
Okay.
life.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe
You
if you
live
think of
my
that,
life.
live
Okay.
your life,
I
you will
live my life.
remember. Hmm. When it's the noun, it's the long I.
Okay. Okay. Uh, other are
riddled,
I don't know how to say that, but
riddled.
riddled,
Mm-hmm.
crivado, riddled. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Other are riddled with
Mm-hmm.
regret for missed opportunities. Riddled, I even know in Portuguese what this means, but okay. Other, other are riddled with regret for missed
Riddled in
opportunities.
this case means to be full of something. In this case, full of guilt. Full of guilt. What's it say? Riddled with what? Others are riddled with regret. So in this case, it means they're full of regret. These people are not, but some
Mm,
people are full of. And here's how you
okay.
can remember. Here's how you can remember this. The one of the first uses of this word riddle or riddle, either one, is to have a lot of gunshots. Like when if they take a machine gun
Okay.
and go, brrr, you say that is riddled with bullets. You may have heard that
Okay.
used in police shows or war shows, war movies. That's riddled with bullets. So anytime something's full of
Riddled with bullets.
something, or if somebody like if you go down a road and there's a lot of rocks or a lot of deep holes,
Okay.
say it's riddled with holes, it's riddled with rocks. Okay,
Okay.
it's got a lot of them.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. When
Others are riddled with
I
regret.
forget. I'm lost. I'm lost here.
Oh, you
Okay.
see the sentence that
Uh,
starts with
Bonnie. Okay. Bonnie Ware. Bonnie Ware is an Australian nurse who knows all about regret. She spent years nursing people upon their deathbeds. She asked then if they regretted
yeah.
anything or would do things differently. She was struck. She was struck at how. 1 minute, please. Okay. She was struck at how similar their answers were.
When
Some wished they had. Okay.
wished,
Some
wished,
wished, wished.
mm-hmm. And also
Some
asked
wished,
um, is pronounced. I'm going to type it here for you because I don't want to interrupt you more. But asked, not
asked,
not asked.
asked,
Mm-hmm.
asked, asked. It's very for me because of the Portuguese. The similarity
Mm-hmm.
of the
I
Portuguese is
know.
very difficult.
I
Don't
know.
pronounce it asked. So,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's
Everybody,
difficult.
you know what? It's not
Asked.
only Brazil, actually, everywhere around the world. Everybody from around the world with a different language wants
Yeah.
to do that. So it's not unusual. So you'll get it corrected.
Also, good to know. Good to know. I'm not alone in this word.
You're not alone.
uh, yeah. Bonnie Ware is an Australian nurse who knows all about it. Okay. Some wished they had found the courage to be true to themselves. Others wished they hadn't worked too hard
Work.
and had been worked
Mm-hmm.
so hard and had been able to express their feelings better. Some wished
Mm-hmm.
they had stayed in touch with their friends. Others
Regretted.
that the fear of regretted. Others regretted that the fear of change had denied them of true happiness. Uh, Others regret that the fear of change had denied them of true happiness. Okay. Fate, fate. Oh my God. Fate was kind to Robbins and Janine. It allowed them to meet again when the odds were stacked against it. I
Stacked.
have no idea what this means.
That was pretty close. Stacked against it. Which part? Odds were
Okay.
stacked against it.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you know what
Uh,
odds. You know what odds are. Odds means
yes, yes. I'll
chances.
see. Yes.
Odds. It just means the odds are against you. So we say odds are
Odds
stacked
is
against.
it's the same
It's
of
an expression.
odds, odds and it's a probability,
Correct.
odds.
Correct. Right, exactly. So the probability is against you, and we say the odds are stacked against it. Odds are stacked against it. It means they're piled up. There's a lot of probability against you. Odds are stacked against
Okay.
it. You can just say odds are against it, but I have to say, Americans, if if one word is good, two words are always better. If two words are good, we always like three. But
Okay.
if somebody's writing an
Okay.
article, they're going to use more complicated language, right?
Okay. I understand that.
But also, people do say this a lot. It's stacked against you, or
Ah, yeah.
odds, or you can say odds are stacked in your favor. Also, it can go both ways. Odds are
Okay.
stacked in your favor means the odds favor what you're going to do. The probability is good. Odds are stacked against you. The probability is bad.
It's bad. Yesterday I heard something like when pigs fly. When pigs fly.
Yeah,
It's the
when
same
pigs
odds.
fly.
What's
Yeah,
already stacked against it? Okay.
yeah.
uh,
Odds are
yeah.
very, very stacked against it. That's right.
Yes. Very stacked when pigs fly. They were able to set aside any regrets. They were able to set aside any
Regrets. Hmm.
regrets they might have had about not being together in life. All right. Their story proves you are never too old to start again. Okay.
And as you can see down here, there's a vocabulary quiz. So you can
Yes.
always do that. We can do that together if you want.
Oh my God. Let's try. To leave for to leave for a distant location, usually by sea.
Huh? Where's that? The vocabulary
Uh,
quiz? Did you click on the vocabulary
uh, yes, I click.
on
We
the
have
on the
three
quiz?
questions right here.
Yeah,
I'm
I
the
don't see
first.
that one. Mine says old memories that are nostalgic is the first question. Mm.
No, for
Oh,
me
you
is
went down to
to
matching.
leave.
Okay, you went down to matching. Okay, scroll up, three written questions. You
All
see it?
right. So scroll up. So, I don't know. Let me see. Um, uh, what I do here? Um, I
So the
click
ones
on
that
take
you
the
see, it
vocabulary
says
quiz,
two
right?
matching questions and two multiple choice questions, two true and false
Okay.
questions. You see those? If you push the
Yes.
if you push the slider up, you should see three written questions. No? You don't see that?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The first is to leave for a distant location, usually by sea. That's it.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know what.
But that's kind of weird because that's not true. It's not true that it's usually by sea. I mean, maybe in World War II it was, but now it's usually by plane. It's usually by airplane. It's not by sea.
Yeah, yeah, yes. Usually, but it's
That's an
false.
old, that's kind of outdated, but okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty
Madly in
difficult. That was
love.
a no, that was what you call a no-brainer, right? Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Madly in love. Madly in love. I, I didn't understand what I have to write here. What I have to do
Okay.
in
I
this
don't know what,
question.
okay. In the next
Okay, to the
multiple choice questions, you mean?
yes. Okay,
Okay. People in
okay.
love with each other, and then
Um,
you choose one of those.
Move forwards in time of the. No, it's different. Okay, people love each other. I find here.
Okay.
People in love with each other. Ship out, memory lane, head over heels, lovebirds.
So what do you think it is?
Um, People in love with their lovebirds.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yes.
And if you click those, it will tell you if you got them right.
The color is yellow. I don't know if this is
Yeah, that's
right.
okay. You have to wait till you finish.
All right.
You finish and then you say check.
To okay. Next.
Mm-hmm.
To experience something like one, to experience
What?
something like one did in the distant past.
Oh, yours must be all mixed up. They're way different than the way mine are. But I have that question. It's just that it's a
Yes,
written.
different. Right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Uh, okay, to experience something like one did it the distant past. To experience something like one did it the distant past. Lay eyes on, ship out, memory lane, fold for old time's sake. Something like one did in the distant past. Memory lane?
Yeah.
Oh, memory. Oh, for old time's sake is.
No,
No, no.
no.
I
Memory
think
lane.
memory lane. Memory lane. Memory
Mm-hmm.
lane. Okay. The
A
next
walk,
is
a
true
walk
or
down a
false.
memory lane. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
These are all yours are a
Um.
different order than mine, so I don't know why.
Okay. To see someone for the first time, lay lay eyes on someone. To see someone for the first
Uh,
to see
no, laid
someone for the
eyes
first
on
time.
someone. Laid eyes on someone is it's yeah. Laid eyes on just means to see.
It's not the first time.
No, it just means laid eyes on.
Okay.
So first sight is
Next.
to see somebody the first time is first sight.
First sight.
Mm-hmm.
Second time is lay eyes on.
No, laid eyes on can be any time. It could be the first time or it could be so you could sometimes say to someone, I haven't laid eyes on him in a long time. I haven't laid eyes on him since last year. It could be, or it could be the first time.
Okay. Okay.
The use in here was the first time. Laid eyes on just means see, to see someone.
Mm, okay. Stunned. Head over heels. You said what head over heels. I forget. I forgot. I forgot what this means. Head
Head
over
over
heels.
heels. Yeah. Head over heels
Oh
is
my god.
that you love somebody completely or something completely, usually a person.
Yeah, but
You're
I don't
like
know what
Disney.
means that. Okay,
You're like
so
madly in love, that kind of thing.
oh, it's true. It's
Hmm?
true. Stunned is the same of head over heels.
Oh, wait, let me see. True and false. Hold on a minute. Yes, that's
Stunned
true. That's
is
true.
the same.
Stunned, no. Stunned.
No, it's different. It's
Stunned is
different.
not head over heels. No,
No, it's
that's
different.
false. Madly in love is head over heels. That's true.
All right.
Stunned means shocked.
Oh, ship out. Uh,
Stunned means shocked.
madly in love. Madly in love's head over heels. Stunning, shocked.
Yeah.
Okay, shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Shocked.
Shocked.
All righty. Let me see. Okay, lovebirds. Lovebirds. All right. To experience something like one did in the distant past is for old time's sake,
um.
not memory lane.
mm,
To experience something like one did. To experience something like one did in the distant past
Mm-hmm.
for old time's sake.
I don't think so.
And yeah,
Is that what they're saying? They're saying that's the answer?
it's dubious. It's the dubious. It's the dubious.
I
Sorry?
is that what they say the answer is?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't define it that way, but okay.
It's false too.
Mm-hmm.
Stunned, shell shocked, shell shocked because shell shocked is the word that
Shocked.
appears on the letters. Shocked, shell shocked.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my god, it's a lot of words, new words for me. There's a lot of vocabulary. I
So
have to revisit this.
there's another site that has a shorter article, and it has three things. It's called News in Levels, stories from all around the world. So it has level one, level two, level three. You would probably be at level three.
Okay.
Um, and it has some vocabulary, and then it also has a video uh, because it's from Australia. That site is an Australian site, and they have the news people telling the story as well, so you can hear it, you can read it, um, and some of them are really great stories too. So I'll send you the link to that uh,
All
after we
right,
finish
I
talking.
appreciate
That's
that.
an interesting one too.
Okay.
And it's like I said, it's a little shorter, so it's a little less to wade through.
Oh, there's a
All
lot of
right,
comments
for
here too. Very nice.
you. It's a little
Thank
less
you.
to wade
Your
through.
story, nice.
Means it's less to read. Like this. You see this sentence I wrote? You see what I wrote?
Let me see. It's a little less to wade through. Means it's less to read.
So
Less to read.
wading is what
Okay.
you do in water. Okay. And when you walk through water, when you walk in water, it's called wading. If the water's
Hmm.
deep, it's harder.
Okay.
If it's shallower, it's easier, right? So it's less to wade through. So
Okay.
if you have less reading, it's less to wade through.
Okay. Oh, this site is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. Oh, I'm I'm gonna save this in my favorites and to visit every day. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. I actually have a student in a couple of
It's not,
minutes.
it's not, it's
So,
not it's, yes, it's not so easy. It's not so easy, but it's interesting
mhm,
because there's a lot of words, and to improve vocabulary is good.
right.
So we have to
So,
go. You have to
so
go now.
pretty quick. So if to use something like that, I think it's a good idea to work with a tutor to read that kind of stuff. Um,
Yes,
oh, I'm
yes.
sorry, that's not right. News and English. I wrote that wrong. Shh. I don't know why I wrote it that way. It's this news in levels. Um,
Using language.
but I think it's valuable. It helps me to know where's somebody at because I don't want a lot of frustration. I don't want uh, 10 words in a sentence to be new. That's not really helpful if it's entirely new. But I think you did fine. I think you got that. I think you understood it, even in the context, even if you don't know every vocabulary word. Um, but it gives you an idea. It gives me an idea of, okay, this is too frustrating, or this is
The
really a
context.
good thing. Yeah, yeah. So I can kind of understand where someone's at. So yeah, it has value.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's yes. For me, it's difficult. So
Did pretty well. You were able to read
this
it,
text
almost
for
all of it. Go ahead.
yes, yes, a little. I'm seeing this new site that you send me.
Mm-hmm.
News in level. All right. Test your. It's only 3 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna do this.
So the nice thing
I'm gonna
about
do
that
that.
one that I like to do with people is that they'll read it, especially if someone, when we read out loud, we tend to read slowly, right? Even if it's our native language.
Okay.
Most Americans are really not comfortable reading out loud. Um, so I will let people read it, discuss the vocabulary at the end, and then read it again faster and faster and faster. So to begin to read
Okay.
at a normal pace, you know. So, but
Okay.
it's a very good one, and there's a really really funny story. So next time I'll point that story out to you. So
All
I
right.
have to go now,
Okay.
but at the logo, it was nice to meet you.
Thank. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so
You're
much.
very welcome.
Bye, bye,
Good
Betty.
luck with
Ciao.
all of this.
Very welcome.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much.